Kristen, why are you wearing the cowboy hat? Let me tell you, because I'm unpacking and it fell on me in the closet. It didn't fall like this, that would be a lie. It just fell on me and I was like, hey, I'll put that on while I introduce this video. If you're following my vlog chronologically, trying real hard. What I want to do is show you all the things I'm gonna paint and DIY in the new house. You have no idea. Well, you might have a little idea if you've seen any of my videos, because I'm kind of a spaz. But I need to finish out the old homestead. Leaving this kitchen for the last time, and did the cabinets and these countertops. I just thought of that because of the hat, get it? This is the last video from the old place. Couldn't leave without showing you how I touched up with chalk paint my painted kitchen cabinets professionally to last. Just throwing that in there because people, they don't believe it. They're not believers, and they need to be, because I'm not stupid and I'm not crazy. I mean, our patio furniture that I also painted with spray paint, how I spruced those up, because it's quick and easy. You don't have to buy new patio furniture. You don't, just because it's all crusty. You don't. $15 of spray paint, you can make them look like new, and that's what I did. Okay. As promised, I wanted to show you how I'm going to touch up these cabinets that I painted almost 3 years ago with chalk paint. What I did at the time was use Edgecomb gray that I'd made into chalk paint with plaster of Paris. These are also my countertops that are laminate that I did. This is faux granite. It is just with mineral paints and chalk paints. I have a tutorial available for this, by the way. This was just plain old white laminate, and then this was a little piece of the oak, kind of that orange oak sticking out. Anyway, this did happen because a sharp utensil just crammed into there. Again, chalk paint, durable, bonded everywhere. But if a very sharp instrument were to scrape any kind of finish with paint or stain, polyurethane, any of those things, it will scratch through to the wood. I was able to mix DIY chalk paint that's clay based to mix faded burlap and crinoline to get Edgecomb gray. I'm not even going to use a brush. I need to put a thin layer. I'm going to let that dry. I paint faded burlap and crinoline. I will let that dry, and I will put a second, if you call it a coat, on that little spot. And now to seal it, I've just got clear polyacrylic and my paint pixie brush. And I'm just gonna smooth that on there. And it does darken it for a moment. It's gonna darken it till it dries. And then it'll lighten back up and it should match just perfectly. We're gonna put 2 coats right here. And I recommend 3 or 4 even, if you're doing kitchen cabinets. To be re-waxed, I don't use wax on these. I use, for several years, I used just a water-based polyacrylic other coat. And that'll be that. And that's how chalk paint, durable, almost 3 years, not coming off. Not going to come off until the owners change it. Not for 10 years, not for 20 years. It's on there. None of it. No primer, no sanding, no nothing. Boom. For these spots that look like they'd just be irreparable, if you will take a razor blade and make sure you have all the loose off, and then I just took a little sandpaper, just sanded the edges just a tiny bit. And normally you're supposed to spray, you know, in this wide arc, but I find that just for those little spots, I just do that like 3 different times, and then finish with a longer sweep, and it'll blend right in. Where it's a deeper red is where I've done, but the lighter section, what was the old one that's faded, and I'm chipping off in some places around there. Chip it off with the razor blade, sand it a tiny bit, and now I'm going to spray. coats of that, it will be good as new. Using this. This is not sponsored, but this is the best one that I've ever used. Rust-Oleum Universal for metal. Just got all my paint supplies packed to put away because I was like, okay, put it all away to get ready for the trip. Stop painting, start cleaning, start sorting, and the things. I passed by in here my piano. It's half painted. I'm not moving with no, I've got to finish painting this. I'm moving with a half painted piano. Okay. Your name in surfaces. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. This is my piano I've had since I was 5 years old that my parents bought me. But I need to do that real quick. Oh no, I also painted my piano with chalk paint. Then we're here, baby. Walls with texture, and I'm painting woodwork, painting over wallpaper. All the exciting things. Way more than that. Too many to talk about or I'll get too excited. So that's because I can't wait to show you a bunch of things. But if I put them all in one video, it would be 30 minutes. Okay, it would be like 5 hours and you wouldn't watch it. So I'm trying to keep them. So just a couple DIYs at once. Okay. Why is this so hard? You see my paintbrush? It's dirty, but it says she paints. She paints. She paints.